I'm Terry Murphy, and today we are going to give you the online version of Young Artists Workshop. Join me for 3 origami projects. Now I know a lot of you may not have origami paper at home. They come in various sizes and they are always cut to a perfect square. This one is 3 inches, 4.5 inches, and 6 inches. But you can also make your own origami paper. I happen to have wrapping paper that has 2 different patterns, which works great. You can also use copy paper. It may be fun to color your own design, and then you would have to cut it into a perfect square. You can always use comics, and you can use plain old advertising paper that you may get either in your mailbox or with your newspaper, as long as you cut it into a perfect square. Here, for instance, is a beautiful picture I found of Frida Kahlo. And I'm sorry, Frida, but we had to cut you into squares, but beautifully designed paper. So join us for 3 origami projects. We hope you'll have fun. The first one I'm going to do here is a butterfly. And this is made out of wrapping paper. It is 2-sided wrapping paper. So let's begin with it. You will fold it in half so it makes a triangle. And when you're doing origami, you have to be very exact. And once you have that folded in half, you'll flip it this way and fold it again just so there's a little triangle up above the bottom line. So it looks like this. And then we will flip it over and fold it in this half. And once again, when you're doing origami, it has to be very exact. So, there we go. Now once that's folded in half, open it up, and we are going to fold this part in half. We're going to pinch it first of all. So like this, we pinch it, and then we're going to press it on one side, and then flip it over and press and fold on the other side. And that's it. You have your butterfly. This is the large version with 6-inch paper. This is the smaller version with 4.5-inch paper squared. So, and they will fly and flutter. So let me see if I can have them do that on the screen. You can see it is made from 2 separate pieces. So let us begin. I'm using 6-inch paper this time just because it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. This is the colored side. Let's flip it over to the blank side. And what we'll be doing is starting with a small triangle. You're going to make a small triangle on this side, and we're going to try and make it so all 3 sides are of the same length as far as triangles go. Do the same thing on the other side, trying to keep it the same size. Okay, now flip it over to this side, and we're going to make a larger triangle. Go, and then flip over to the colored side and make the same size triangle that you just previously made. Okay, now we're going to take this piece, flip it over, and fold it in half. So you're trying to line it up as exactly as you can, and then fold. There we go. Okay, so this is what is going to be the dog's face. Then we are going to make its ears. So put your finger here so it folds nicely, and try and make that triangle so it hangs a little bit off the dog's face. So like this, and then let's try it on the other side too. So it hangs a little bit off the dog's face, like that. Okay, now for our dog's body, we will take our origami and we're going to flip it over and make another triangle from the square. So there we go. And then we're going to take one of these sides that open up and fold it over this way. There you go. And then we are going to open it. These are going to be the dog's legs. And at this point right here, we are going to press down and make this little apex of the triangle or the diamond line up with the dog's legs. Okay. And then we are going to make the tail. So let's fold it over this way so it comes about in the sort of in the middle of that one leg, and make the fold, and then take this tail and let it stick out a little bit from the dog. Okay, so pretty easy. And then we put our dog's head on top. There you go. And then we can draw little eyes on it if you want. I like to always put a little highlight and color it. And here's another little eye with a little highlight, and color it, and maybe a little nose. There you go. Okay, and finally we're going to make this origami frog. It's probably going to be the most difficult one that we're going to do. So let's begin. This one starts out a little differently because instead of folding it into a triangle, we are going to fold it in half so we get a rectangle. Okay? And then we're going to take this rectangle and fold it in half again. So once again we have a square. Okay, now we're going to open it up and we're going to just pay attention to this top square here, and we are going to fold it into what we call crisscross applesauce. So you're going to take this point and bring it down to the top square point. Okay, make your nice crisp fold, and then we're going to open it up and do the same thing on the other side. So once again, it helps if you're exact with these measurements, and it also helps if you have a hard table instead of something with a tablecloth on it. Okay, so here we have crisscross applesauce. There's a big X in the middle. What we're going to do is squeeze the sides here together, and then while we have them held down, we're going to press the top of this so it folds into a triangle over itself. Okay? Then we are going to take one corner and fold it up to the top. So once again, it's good if you maybe put your finger there so you won't fold past that point and right up to the top. There we go. What we're doing right now is making the frog's legs. And on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. So fold it right to the top. Okay. And then we are going to take this tip that we just made and fold it in half to the side of that little triangle we just made. So once again, if you didn't get that, we're doing it on the other side. Probably a good idea, this little line that we just made, put your finger in half there so we know we're only folding it down and lining it up. So that is what it looks like. This is actually going to be the frog's legs. The next thing we're going to do is to lift this up a little here, and we're going to fold this lengthwise to the middle of the paper. So there we go. It's one side, flip it around, and we're going to do the other side. You'll notice there's a lot of symmetry in origami. One side looks like the other side. Not always, but most times. Okay. And then, so this is what it looks like so far. We're going to take this and fold it in half so it goes all the way to the tip of our origami. Fold that in half, a nice crisp fold. And then we're going to take this area and fold it right beneath this little apex right here. So it is sticking out a little bit from the frog. So here we have the frog, and just to make him look more authentic, or it could be a her, we're going to cut legs into it. So I'm going to start a cut and then turn it around and then finish a cut. You're basically cutting a U into it. So it looks like this. And the nice thing about these frogs is they stand on their own. Here's some other ones that we have. We have a little frog meeting now. And they jump. Whoops. You do little jumps. They flip upside down. And you have a nice time playing with them. You can have frog races with your friends. And you can make several of them and just have fun playing with them. So that's the last one. I hope you enjoyed all 3 of these. We'll see you later.